still could be the jungler. But no, Team Flash, they picked up Camille and Lee Sin. What does suppressive jungle and Baron lane combo?
Yeah, it's super duper strong. A lot of the single targets, level 5, Hextech Ultimatum, and the Dragon's Rage for the setup. So I feel really scared for PP already, but the response is great. They also respond with single targets. That means that Shy could also be a primary target here with the Assault and Battery.
Ooh. Well, Varus did come up into the draft as well as an Alistar. I already imagine a lot of Assault and Battery being committed onto Varus. Still could go over to the Dragon Lane side, could be Flex in the mid. I don't know. I'm still waiting for the possible matchup here. But LFD, finally, they picked up a Corki.
Yeah, that's going to be big range. That means this is what they picked to rival the poke that Dialing is going to deal out later on. But the biggest difference is Dialing can be already relevant in the early game, in the laning phase, with just a ton of piercing arrows. There's the Jarvan 4 we were talking about. And this could be potentially top Jarvan or mid lane Jarvan. We talked about this before. Wen can play your top lane picks that can be usually found on top into the mid lane. But there's the finish. It's an assassin for Ellie here on the Ahri.
Looks like it will be Ahri at the mid lane and Varus for the Dragon Lane side. So a lot of single targeted skills for Team Flash. Looks like they want to balance the pick-off and team fight composition here.
I can't help but think here, though, Riku, that we're looking at the compositions. Yes, we still kept looking for Daddy on the blue side for that first pick priority, and they have gone for the Renekton, which is what we really wanted to see. Give PP some agency in this early game to try and pop off and get the ball rolling, be that rock in the top for them to rely upon. But stylistically, they both look quite similar. I mean, you've got a heavy engaging jungler, be it the Xin Zhao, this case it's the Vi. You've got the scaling, which would have been the Camille last game in the Corki. You've got the tools to try and get the job done early to stabilize. But I mean, the same could be said. Sure, you ban away the Ziggs, but the Varus is going to serve a very similar process. Who knows what's going to happen? It's game number 2. Let's throw it to our casters.
Thank you very much once again, our dear panelists, as we are ready for looking for daddies. Come up here if they could find a little bit more of a vantage point heading into our second game against Team Flash.
Yeah, and I love what we're seeing from both of these teams here, like our analyst mentioned. Some very nice adaptations, but my main takeaway from this is that you gotta give PP some initiative, and I think that that's just hilariously true. If you look at the side of Team Flash right now, though, Shy has the Camille. I really like this. They are trading Renekton for Camille. This really brings the question, is it worth it? To me, it's a no. Camille's a better pick, it's stronger. You got dumpstered by it, it doesn't mean that Camille beats Renekton. It just means that you misplaced the matchup and you need to do it better next time. I can understand why you would want to prioritize this, but look at this, it's not a counter pick, guys. Not a Wild Rift. You cannot break a shield. You don't counter him.
Well, if that's going to be the case, does it really mean that the Renekton will just undoubtedly lose this lane? It definitely depends, because we saw how Shy played in the last round. I think it was still a decent match here, where PP could just wait for a gank coming in from the Jarvan, but for the time being, it's very unlikely, as Wolf is pathing to the bot.
Yeah, Wolf is perfect for bot lane. They're just going to be trading sides of the map. And honestly, if you look at the wave state of the Baron laner right now, this could be a potential dive on the Renekton. Looks like they're considering it, but I think when he smells this, he wants to come and cover.
PP right under the turret here. Can he slice his way out of the situation as they get jumped right on? PP now brought down low. He brings the flash over, and it will be connected here with Flag and Drag, looking for Joyce, but he's kind of stuck right now. What will go down? It's 2 kills going over to looking for, well, Team Flash looking for that. He gets 1 as well, and now he's by the corner of the wall. It doesn't seem like they're ending this fight just about yet. Ellie has to flash away. He's out of mana already, and Wolf goes down. Make that 3 for Team Flash.
3 for 1 for Team Flash, and they bring their ADC up as well. Their Dragon Laner is here for some reason. I think it was a reset timing for Juan, and just nice, he tries to find a window to rotate and help his team. Messes up the ward. He doesn't stop the reset. It's just disaster after disaster for LFD. Nami over here gonna be soaking some EXP for herself, but that means that Juan is gonna be falling behind across the board, every single lane, losing out for Team Flash.
Yeah, and you look at how quickly Team Flash tries to look for another setup over the bot side as well. But that is a little bit of a odd situation for looking for that. They invested quite a lot just to save PP, which is fine. Just let him go. and you're not going to get too much of a push coming from Joyce as well as Shy in the initial stages. So I think it's just a bad call.
It's a tough call, right? It's a tough call, right? Because I think if you give your Renekton, if you sell your Renekton like that and he loses that wave, the dying is not the main part, right? But if he loses that wave, Camille's gonna run the game. But if you go to save him and something like that happens, the game's basically over, right? At this point, if you're looking at the game state, I think it's fair to say it's close to over unless Flash throw. It's really a catch-22. If you don't go save him, you're done for. If you go save him and you mess up, you're done for. So the solution is really that simple. Next time, play better on the side of LSD.
Oof. Well, I hope they could actually do so within the
Words of
series.
wisdom. Yeah.
And
It's not over yet.
I guess it may not just be Shy,
Oh, they want to dive themselves.
and he's
All men coming up, but he has no wave control.
one's just gonna be falling right by. But the rest of Team Flash got some answers at the back as well. Here comes the charm, and that's gonna be a blast cone right on top. Assault battery, tidal wave, everything connects. While Glory looks to hunt out Wolf, but he's not going to be all alone. Will still be taken out. Shy locks them down with a Hack that ultimate. Chi has to flash away. Here comes Stilling over the wall. Chains of corruption, and Huang can only look right by. And guess what? Not only did they get all of his kills, they will be looking for this Herald too.
And Contra, we thought the first game of the series was one-sided. We thought that was a stomp in favor of Team Flash. This game, it's so much more one-sided. Every single skirmish, every single little trade even has gone completely the way of Team Flash. And this is what we expected to see coming in from our other Vietnamese seeds as well, but they weren't quite able to pull it off. Team Flash here, delivering on what we expected from the Vietnamese region, aggressive and punishing. A bit of a misplay there, I would say, from the side of PP. He gave wave control over to Shy, and that alone stopped the dive from happening and allowed all those events to occur.
And that's going to be Smite to secure, looking for that. He gets the Drake, but instead hit by Pulverize on top of the Nami. Now it's going to be one there that will be kicked right back. Calculus to march up ahead,
That's
but
it.
that will buy only slightly, so it's much of a time. And when will be the next one to fall? Jarvan Mid. Let's talk about this matchup against an Ari, right? Now, this Herald's just gonna run it right there. So I think regardless, that result is definitely not gonna be all too much, and that's Valkyrie all the way backwards as Twan survives, and Glory will take a little bit of damage coming in from the turret.
gonna
While
bang
Chi
another time.
is the next one on the chopping block. It's a rampage for Shy, and this one will keep on
Herald's
continuing.
gonna bang again.
Well, that's a double coming in from PP and Ellie. That's just a wall. I think that will still be him going down to Wolf.
Alright, sure, a bit of a consolation prize here for the side of LFD. They pick up 2-3 quick kills. It's a little bit of a gold swing back in their favor, but they lost their tier 2 turret at 6 minutes. Contra. This game, I mean, I know we want to talk about like this matchup, that matchup, but honestly speaking, they are just outclassed.
Yeah.
Team Flash, they look a cut above.
They definitely look a cut above at the moment. Glory D has no regards. He doesn't care how many LFD members are in front of him. Just look at this guy.
He can't die.
Yeah,
He cannot die.
he's got his ult available, and
Soon, yeah.
he's got the gargoyle, and if the support's gonna be a lot richer than a few of these members, I think that's kind of okay. We can still deal with it, but you just look at the lead for this Camille. It's just
That's the
overpowered.
big one, right? Yeah, that's the big one. The lead for the Camille. If you look at the lead for Dialing here on this Varus as well, he's so far ahead. And we all know what a Varus can do. When you poke him in the mid lane with a couple of items, he can just run the show in mid lane. He'll just poke you out, he'll clear waves instantly. It's quite oppressive to deal with, honestly, and having full mid control just allows this to happen. Look at the minimap right now. They shove the mid wave, 3 members coming down to the Dragon Lane, and they're gonna die from this wave once again with Shy. I love this.
Glory D just looking for his target. He aims for the PP, and that's where Tidal Wave connects. And that is double knockup, but still,
Yep.
PP goes down.
PP does indeed, and Ellie's looking for more at the mid lane here. We're not quite gonna see the fight. There we go.
Ellie now getting caught up.
Aww.
Assault Battery confirms the kill. Looking for Daddy, coming with a constellation of their own.
Yep.
But can they actually shove the wave? There's only 2 minutes though.
Nope.
And what can you get out? 1 plate.
That's it. 1 plate.
That's
That's it. 1 plate, right? They get the kill into Ellie, but the moment Zhonya's Hourglass start coming out, there we go. Joyce picks up the first one. Shy picks up the second. When Ellie picks up the third, there's gonna be no more Vi out targets. It's gonna get to the point where Dialing will also have a Zhonya's, and what are you gonna do as a Vi? Are you gonna out Alistair? it leaves you with so few options, right? And this is kind of what we talked about in one of the previous games as well, Contra. Vi as a champion is so one-dimensional. There are so many counters. There's a very limited thing you can do. You go in, that's it.
Yeah,
Once you go in, there's no coming out. If they Zhonya's, you're done for.
indeed. Now, PP possibly will be able to hold up a split push for his own liking. And all they have to
At this
do,
point.
they just send the bot lane at them and like, okay, he has to back away.
Exactly. Yeah, and they're just running the show right now, Team Flash. Every single lane is pushing in. They have full confidence. They don't care about numbers advantages. They don't care about getting favorable matchups. They don't even say we
What?
need match. Okay.
Hextech Omen under turret. Am I really saying this correct? And that comes tidal wave onto Juan. And Jai locks
this could
them
be
right
bad.
in. And that's where Camille just slowly slides away. That final lance will be able to
Oh,
do the
no.
trick. Now they manage to get a lock on to the target that they want. Ellie goes down,
Ah.
but still, they might lose to Drake for this.
Okay, that was a mistake there for the side of Team Flash. I was gonna say, it no longer matters your lane assignments, your setups. As long as you go in, you will win the fight, barring a huge misplay, right? But I guess we're not quite at that stage yet. They still need the numbers advantage. They need Alistair. They need Varus to be able to push and move. Now this might be a big mistake for LFD.
LFD having two members inside of the pit. Here comes the Valkyrie as well. They're working on the Drake. That must just be a steal, but Joyce turns golden instead. Looking for that, he secures the second Drake while the fight commences. Gordy will be in the front line of defense. While Joyce goes in for the chase, they aim down low. And one is kind of caught in an awkward position, and that's where PP goes down once more. One.
Baron is up in 8. Do they want to try to rush this? Do they want to make a beeline there? It seems like that's not the case. It's sad.
Yeah, maybe not so soon, but eventually Team Flash will do so. I've never seen any mid laner throughout C Championship to rush for a Guardian Angel as first item.
Yes. But to be fair, we've only seen, I think, one other Javan mid lane, right? So I guess this one kind of fits. And you know what the funny thing is, Contra? Ever since he bought the GAs, he stopped dying. He hasn't had to pop it.
Indeed, and now
Oh.
he actually gets one member locked on. Gloridy now getting the tidal wave on his side, but it's going to be Dilling, the first one to fall. Gloridy, he tries to flash on the wall, and Team Flash looking even more sloppy. They overstate their welcome, and they can't even do the Baron for now.
This is so frustrating to watch. If you look at Team Flash, and this is kind of the point I was making about Vietnamese teams as well, right? What are they good at? They're good at fighting, skirmishing, finding leads. What are they not good at? Clean macro, not making mistakes, and solidifying your lead and closing out the game. That's what we're seeing right now. They found the lead effortlessly. They stomped LFD in the early game. But now they're just throwing and throwing and throwing.
Hextech elevated onto PP. He uses the Luminous Dominance immediately, and that will buy him a little bit more time. And I'm kind of curious though. I was taking a look at the min-map, and Wolf is all the way down bot. Maybe he could have actually contributed if he were to be around.
Possible for sure, right? He definitely could have tried to make a trip over. The main thing I want to focus on this game is we need to look at Team Flash's lane assignments at this point. They had such a lead that honestly, they didn't really need to care about that anymore, but we've reached a point in the game where it's even enough and it's relevant enough. And with the comp that LFD has, so punishing if you overextend, especially with an immobile ADC like Varus. If they get on you, you're gonna die. Right? So you have to be very careful that you have numbers around your Varus to keep him safe and leave your Camille to split push. But Vi wants him.
Oh, meanwhile, as he flashes away, that's going to be Assault Battery connecting, I do believe. But there's a catch! Emily
Okay, that's
taking
true.
down the Corky, and Ellie will definitely rush right in. That trade definitely looks better for Team Flash now that they're working on the in-hit. Oh, Pulverize on top. One has to flash. There comes Flag and Drag. And with the flag, Wolf gets what he needed. Assault Battery will connect. It's a killing spree for Wolf. Looking for the double as well. And Team Flash is slowly crumbling.
This is Baron, by the way, Contra. They're gonna get Baron off of that play. Team Flash making way too many mistakes, and now their hopes lie in a steal from the side of Joyce.
There might just be a little bit of a slight chance right now, but we are
Surely
having
they stop
PP to look over the wall. That will keep him alive, and he immediately jumps over, buys a little few seconds off, and he saves down
TP?
away, buying a bit more time. Here comes Dragon's Rage. He's looking for Wolf, but he will still fall, and that's Baron for LFD.
What am I watching? Team Flash. They are giving me divine esports flashbacks right now. Winning the game 1. destroying the game too, and then getting stumped from there. Team Flash, don't repeat history here. This is so disappointing. They're just making too many mistakes. They're just getting caught in places they should not be. And the key members who need to have genres to dodge out on the Vi engage are not buying it. Ari staying on the Protobelt. Varus is staying on the Twin Shadows. And this is what's punishing them. Poor itemization, being greedy with their enchantments given that they had a lead. They didn't want to just negate the Vi completely. Now they're going to lose mid.
That's a really good knock-up here from Gordy just to buy a little bit more space as Team Flash opts to back away. Flash is not being expended, so I think that's gonna, but the split push is coming right in effect.
Yep.
So Team Flash, they still get that tier 3 down, but LFD, they're working on the Drake, and I guess LFD is still trying to prove you wrong right here. Now they're going for a flank. Might just be a catch onto Joyce, but
Vi has ulti.
completely negated for Demo.
Big wave there in the Dragon lane, so that's just going to be Shy going down to catch that one. I do want to point out, though they've been throwing, the gold lead from Shy is still exceptionally huge. This guy can still run the game. We're basically in an even game state where that early game never happened, right? We're assuming that early game never happened because at this point, after all the throws, it basically didn't. So it all comes down to Shy, how well he can navigate his split push, and how well the members of Team Flash, including Shy, can dodge out of the Vi force attempts with the ultimate.
That's right. After a few botch fights, Team Flash now seeing the current state of the game to be quite even up. Relying too much on the Camille though, but look at the rest of Team Flash. They're coming right in as well. Hex that album now locks onto Wolf. He turns golden, and now everybody is in the Thunderdome. Where's help when you need him? LFD, they're not looking for this fight. They're having that mid lane base shove. A little bit of a difference in priorities, but Flash, they send for members, and they're still chasing right in. Well, there's a 1v1 on both dual laners over mid.
Yeah, both marksman and mid lane just duking it out a little bit. It's getting to the point in the game where Corki is nearly stronger. Nice kick.
Oh boy, he out-traces him! Joy's now in trouble! Finds some space. Flority goes stopping head first, and the Alistair will still be able to secure the kill onto the Corki. He tries to walk out of it. Not gonna be enough.
Yeah, they lose two for one. It was a bit greedy there from Joyce. He didn't anticipate the barrier coming in from one.
Shy?
This is gonna be Shy.
Locking Chi, and now there's nowhere to go, nowhere to hide, but Dilling, he's having his health chunk down. Well, that's one more for Shy. And LFD, they're losing everybody else. Shy doesn't really have mana, but Cam Wolf saves the day. He's coming for the flank, assault battery. He might take the fruits away, but Wolf continues to pummel him down. And Wolf wants their help. It is a turnaround looking for Daddy. We'll be able to shut them off.
We have a dead even game on our hands, Contra. 18 to 18 in 60 minutes, more than 2 kills a minute. This is the kind of game we are looking for. It's fun to watch. Might not be the cleanest, might be a bunch of mistakes from both of these teams, but it's so much fun to watch. And we nearly saw the Shy show. We nearly saw an episode of the Shy just running amok across the members of LFD, but he wasn't quite able to do that. Gets taken down by the Assault and Battery. And talk about how important that Vi out here is. 2 TPs committed.
Already, base checks hit Cyprin first, and now they're trying to make him into a Kobe beef to be cooked up. Now, too much focus. Look at the bottom lane. Split push going on. They take down the Alistair. Do they have time, though? PP, can he handle it all alone?
I think the Shy will take this down to a really, really low health right now. Probably doesn't pick it up, but he can go kick it once more. One more wave, he'll get bot. One more wave, he'll get mid. Oh, and Dilling. He's the genres, man.
Oh, man. Now, Team Flash, they're just all over the place. 2 members caught out. Nowhere to go. One. Now getting pretty huge. And same goes to PP, right? Now, going to the late game, he's building full damage item. He's going to be a big boy right now, but this split push is still coming in.
Yeah, look at Ellie. He's coming down. Look at Ellie right now. They need to 2-man this. Chi's going to come back to try to save his Renekton, but it's going to be too late. It's going to be Baron for inhib.
Oh, my.
And it's 2 inhibs. They broke the base. The whole base is naked.
And he's still doing it. Ellie as well, Shy. They're on a different mission here. It feels like a little bit of a mixed priorities from these two teams. But Juan goes in, checking in onto Shy as they try to actually get a catch onto Ellie. Somehow he survives. Now they connect with the taunt. That's going to be the Corki taken out while this fight continues. Wolf will be able to flush them off, and this is Elder Drake looking for Daddy. they don't really care about the base. They might actually try to secure the Elder Drake, but now falling right
the
back.
waves. Yeah, they have no marksman. The Corki has died, and they have no waves. The waves are all shoving to their base with the super creeps. We saw this before, Contra. On day 1 of the C Championship play-ins, we saw one of these teams, I think it was Invade, win by super creeps. Just purely off the creep waves, pushing into the base while they dance an objective. This is the same thing all over again. They cannot contest this because of their base.
Right, Wolf now checking into the Dragon Pit while it's Glory D there. Not the target that they want to pick on, but Wolf tries to commit towards their end. Chain of Corruption lands on top while the TP play is happening. It's about Shy here, pulling them back. And now looking for Daddy. They're all split up with another takedown on the turret. Here comes the TP as well. Glory D going in for round 2, but he immediately goes in for the element of the Unbreakable Chain. That charm lands onto Wolf. Somehow, looking for Daddy, they don't want to let go of the Drake. But Ellie, they're looking for Chi as well. Dive right in. Well, this is the Richten. Just trying to hold him on while the kill happens here on that Tri-Brush. With both the Alistar taken down as well.
Oh, that's good.
This might just be the game here, but they're still not going off. This fight extends. Wolf finding a little bit more room while Shy is winning the trade. The Renekton is falling flat. He does not have that much of HP, but where are the minions when you need them the most? LFD somehow
They lost.
And somehow Team Flash, they all get taken down, leaving only this Camille here to fend things off. Can he pay a visit? Wolf doesn't have that much
doesn't
health.
want to win the game. He wants the kills.
Shy dropping a little bit more of a surprise here, but Wolf still has the GA. Hookshot connects onto 1. Now it is a little bit of a tickle of a dance, and here comes the TP looking for Daddy. They might send even more members, but this is still that Drake to take, and Shy still hanging on. He still has the flash. How long can he survive? I guess that's about enough for the minutes to end the game.